Hey Tina, it's your girl Ayana. You know what? I was getting ready to go to bed, and I'm sitting here watching some YouTube videos before I get to reading, and I come across the Woman to Woman, and I wanted to come on here and do a video response and give my take on what you're talking about, this topic here. Now let me say this. No, you are not far off the mark at all. You did not miss the mark by a long shot. You are dead on point, front and center. I think as women, one of the reasons why we tend to behave in that manner is simply because of the ratio. You know, it's simply because of the ratio of men to women, and men are slim pickings. So it's like we're all sharing, the same dude when we don't really want to. But the reality is we're sharing these dudes because they out here, with 3 and 4 and 5 other different women. And I know all of them are not doing that. But it's a lot of them. Y'all know it's a lot of them out here playing this game. And, so that's the first reason why I believe that we as women become so possessive of these men, is because, pretty much it's slim pickings, especially in our race and culture. It is slim picking. So, the fact that, you say, if the chick, calls you up and offers her, advice, or offers her take on how this man behaves and his particular character, I would definitely wholeheartedly take note of that. Take note, and I think as you mature, Tina, you become that woman that can actually handle that, actually deal with that. It's funny because something like that happened, to me, and I thought that the chick just behaved a little bit immaturely. That's what you're doing back in your 20s. Back in your 20s, the chick come at you, you call her all kind of names, and you get down on her, and like you say, you want to throw bricks and key her car and all that stuff. But that ain't what it's about, and I've lived through that. You know what I mean? I've lived through that with chicks, and put sugar in my tank and all this retarded crap, for a guy who was playing all of us. At the end of it all, he was playing all of us. So I think it's one thing that comes with age. It definitely comes with age, where you can actually handle another woman calling you and giving her advice or giving her opinion on this man's character. Now, me, oh yeah, I'm gonna take note. I am gonna take note, and I probably won't blow up the spot. Like you said, I probably won't call him while he's down at the court or, at work on his job and blow up the spot. But I'm going to weigh that against everything that's going on right now. Because, see, one thing about me is that, I get... I'm laughing because I say a whole lot. But I get emotionally attached. And I don't want to get that far down the line with somebody. Now, if I'm already in play with this guy and it's been, a year or whatever, or some months, and not months, but it would have to probably be at least 6 months, 6 or 7 months. And, we're progressing. I'm thinking we're progressing towards something, and this lady just come out the wood. I'm going to take what she said and compare that to everything that's already. I'm going to play it all back in my mind. Now, if his actions are not lining up with what he says, oh no, I'm not going no further. I think I'm bringing that out. I'm bringing that all the way out. It's going to be front and center. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about the fact that, your ex gave me a telephone call, and this is what she had to say. Now, I know, like you said, he's going to play that like, oh, was she just jealous, this, that, and the other. But that's when I'm going to come with evidence. That's when I'm going to come hard. Like, well, hold on now. Hold on, player. Your integrity is on the line. And when I add up your integrity, when I start breaking it down, you're not adding up to me either. I think that the fact that she had to call me tells me a little bit about your integrity anyway, because if you play a woman dirty, you leave her like that, I just got hurt. I just went through that last month. I just went through this last month where old boy didn't handle the closure of didn't handle the closure of the relationship properly, and it was all exposed via I'm laughing, via some Facebook type stuff. And I thought that was completely unacceptable, completely, to the point of where it's like, I don't even want to kick it with you, period. We can't be friends, we can't be nothing, and we're not gonna be nothing. So for real though, can you hear them walking up the stairs? So my thing is, when I add up your integrity and compare it, like you said, compare and contrast to what this woman is telling me, I'm bringing the evidence. I'm bringing it out like Matlock, like at Law and Order, in front of the judge. I'm bringing it all out. I'm not holding back. And I'm not going to hold that information for the next 3 or 4, 5 months for me to continue to observe your performance and then bring that out when I'm already emotionally attached. No, I'm going to cut that back. I'm going to cut that back before I even get to that point, because it just hurts more. When you get down the line, it just hurts more. When you have to cut somebody loose that you really, really, really feeling and you really think you're going to change. Now, here's the thing. Dude is not going to change. I call it the peacock syndrome. I think men, they parade around, they feathers all bright and colorful and all spread and pretty and everything, because you've seen a male peacock. They're the pretty ones. Female peacocks are not colorful. So they got their wings all spread out and they just are strutting their stuff, and then when they get the female, they close them jokers up and tuck the tail down behind. I'm not going to wait around for that. If you want to, you can. But when I see the colors, and I recognize them colors, and I'm lining them up, and I'm tallying it all up, and all the math is lining up, and the calculus and algebra and all the equations is balanced, I'm letting you go. Because your integrity is on the line. Like I said, I just went through this last month, and I'll be damned if I go through this again in life. I think I'm getting too old for that. At some point, we have to be a little bit more mature and handle each other on a more mature level. So that's why I think, when that woman calls you and she's like, check this out here, I'm the ex-girlfriend, my name is Diana, and he played me dirty, and he not taking care of his kids. Oh no, I'm taking note of all of that, and I'm gonna probably sit back and have me probably a Jamaican Delight, and I don't even drink, but I'm gonna have me a Jamaican Delight, or I'm gonna smudge me some sage, or burn me an incense or something like that, or probably do some yoga. But I'm going to sit back and I'm going to get real thoughtful. And I don't do the ganja, so, I know that can get you real thoughtful. But I'm going to get real thoughtful, and I'm going to start playing this whole scenario down in my head. I'm going to play the whole scenario. Because, see, like last month with old boy, I played the scenario over and over in my head. And I got my feelings hurt. But I don't think I got my feelings hurt as much as I would have had I continued to just ignore the flags and ignore the signs. I was just waiting for the meeting. And when I got the meeting and I lined everything up and compare and contrast, I was like, nope, it ain't adding up to me. It ain't adding up. What you saying is not adding up to what you're doing. So I'm going to have to let you go. I'm going to let you go and do what you got to do. So I'm going to get real contemplative. Homegirl going to break it down, and I'm going to get real contemplative. and I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna think about what's been said and what's been done and what he's saying compared to what he's doing. That's the thing. That's my 2012 advice. Watch what they doing. Watch what they are doing. That's my advice 2012. I'm so serious. So serious. If it don't line up, if it's not lining up, we gonna have a talk. And you know, I already know the song and dance you coming with. You know, she just want me back and this, that, and the other, and wop de wop and whoop de whoop. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Well, then tell me why your actions don't line up with your words, because that's part of your character. They gotta line up. They have to line up. So I think, Tina, you know, like you said, when that woman to woman talk comes, we need to be mature about it. We need to be women about it, and we need to handle it like women and accept what she has to say. And like you said, what she says doesn't have any bearing on my relationship. Doesn't have any bearing on my relationship as far as how I'm going to interact with this man. But it does add some character, add some color to this picture. If you painting by numbers, it's going to add a few colors to the picture, because you need the full picture. And knowing what's going on in the past is part of the picture. It's part of the picture. If you notice dude ain't taking care of his kids, ain't paying child support, that's part of the picture. That's part of the big picture. If you know this dude got, you know, jacked up credit and bills out the wazoo, and you know, that's part of the picture. And we need to take a look at all of that. Because at the end of the day, they out here playing games. They are out here playing games. And for me, I think I'm just going to open my horizons, you know, broaden my horizons, expand my dating pool. My standards are up here, and homeboy has to be meeting or exceeding. I'm no longer taking dudes that's down here. You're not up here. If you ain't here or up here, you need not apply. You need not apply because you're not qualified. You don't meet the criteria. So I'm opening up my dating pool, you know, to include those that are not in my race, those who I normally wouldn't even look at, those that I probably would just shrug off and say, no, I'm not kicking it with them. Like, for instance, shorter guys shorter than me. So, you know, I'm no longer shrugging them off. You know, I'm looking at everybody, because love can come in all different shapes and forms and different packages and sizes. So I'm not doing that, you know. But you gotta come. You gotta meet me. You gotta meet me right where I'm at. So Tina, that's my take on it. You know, woman to woman. That's my take. That's my thing. I think for me, like I said, if the fact that your ex is even coming to me, is telling me you messy, because how she get my number, and you dirty, because why'd you play her to the point to where she even thought to call me. And I'm taking notes. So on that, YouTube fam, this is a video response. I'm going to bed. Or no, what time is it? I'm gonna read for half an hour, because I done burned 14 minutes of my YouTube time now on making this video. So I'm going to bed, and no, I'm gonna read, then I'm going to bed. So until the next time, see ya. I holla.